Hi Year 10. So to begin with, we're going to do recalls. So you're just pulling on your prior knowledge. So see if you can answer these questions based on your prior learning when we were looking at context together. So pause this to complete this task. Okay, so today we're going to look at the prologue. We're going to analyse and explore the significance of the prologue, develop our ability to analyse Shakespearean text, and we'll know we have when we've written an analytical paragraph. So first of all, you should have received this in the post. I need you to turn to the first page where you see the prologue. I would like you next to the prologue to write down the definition of what a prologue is, and it's an introductory section to a piece of drama or literature. And Shakespeare often uses these within his plays, and you can see he's here for Romeo and Juliet. So pause the video and copy down the definition. Okay, just a heads up, within your booklet you've got both the original language, the Shakespearean language, and on the left hand side, on the right hand side, you've got a modern translation. This is because the Shakespearean language is difficult and I wanted you to feel a little bit more comfortable when looking at this. So today we're going to try and use the original writing, but at any point you can read the right hand column and it will make everything a little bit clearer for you so you fully understand. So a closer look. I want you now to have a little look through, read through it. Don't worry if you don't understand anything yet. And I want you to answer these 5 questions in annotation around the prologue. So pause the video and complete this task. Okay, I'll talk you through a little bit about the answers to these questions now to give you a little bit more of an understanding. So altogether, there are 14 lines. When we look at a rhyme scheme, there is definitely a rhyme scheme. I'm just going to show you how we write this down on our page in annotation. So dignity, so you're reading the lines, 2 households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay are seen. So dignity and seen do not rhyme. Then you get to the next one from ancient grudge, so seen is B. So you label line, the first line as A and the second line as B because these do not rhyme. Then you read the next one from ancient grudge, break new mutiny. Mutiny, dignity. They rhyme. Mutiny, seen. They do not rhyme. So mutiny would be labelled A. This is because these 2 rhyme. And then we have seen, unclean, and that is B, and that is because these 2 rhyme. Okay, and this continues. Foes, life overthrows strife. And again, love, rage, remove, stage. You've got that pattern all the way through for 12 lines, but the last 2 lines, attend and mend, these rhyme with each other, and this is something we call a rhyming couplet. This prologue is actually written in the form of a sonnet, and a sonnet is a love poem, so that is significant because we're looking at Romeo and Juliet and you know it is about love. So make sure you're making a note of this. Okay, when we look at theme, I've broken this down a little bit further for you because I thought we might get a little bit lost. So if you have a little look, I've highlighted some words in red and I want you to think what links these, lovers and love. I've highlighted some words in blue and I want you to think about what links these, grudge, mutiny, crossed, rage. And I've highlighted some words in purple and I want you to think about what links these, fatal, take their life, death, death. I think that was quite an easy one. So pause the video and see if you can have a little think about these. Okay, hopefully you've realised that some of the key themes are now are love, like we mentioned with the sonnet. You've got in blue, you've got all these words about rage or violence or civil war, problems between the 2 families. So if one of the themes you've written down is violence, that would be a fantastic theme to have down. and the purple ones, death is a major theme within this, and mortality. There are other themes as well, but I've just picked out three to really to show you how to spot theme. You also might have noticed we've got a couple of words. We've got star-crossed and death-marked. Star-crossed lovers and death-marked. Now, if you remember when we were looking at context, so religion is a key theme within this, or it's key contextual information, and you will see this come through throughout the play. But here you can really see astrology and fate taking force. So here, star-crossed lovers suggests these lovers are written in the stars, that their fate is to die, death marked. They are marked with death. Their whole fate is already set out within the stars. So the audience knows that these two people, these two lovers, Romeo and Juliet, are going to die. They find out they're going to die within the prologue, right at the very start. So the whole way through the play, every loving scene we see between Romeo and Juliet, we know they're going to die, so it heightens the emotion. And the function. So just quick little ideas of function. If you've got any other ideas, absolutely brilliant. But it's to explain the events of the play. Shakespeare's trying to excite a rowdy bunch of people here. So he needs to get them in on his side, particularly the peasants in the bottom of the Globe Theatre. They would have been down the bottom, stood up, probably a little bit drunk from the day. So he wants to excite them straight away by laying out what's going to happen. There's going to be fighting, there's going to be death, there's going to be love. So hopefully the audience is really into this from the beginning. Okay, so going a little bit deeper now, what do we learn from the prologue? So I've talked you through a little bit about what's going on there, but I want you now to do a little bit of a closer analysis and pulling apart some of those lines. And like I said, if you're stuck with the left-hand side in your books, look at the right-hand side. So it's all split up for you on this worksheet. I want you to think about what we learned from the prologue. I want you to complete the worksheet to help you break down the prologue. And you'll find this worksheet in your class notebook on Teams, and it's also on class charts, so you can use whichever you find easiest. So pause the video to complete this task. Now I want you to think about consolidating all of your learning. So this is taking everything you've learned today and putting it into extended writing so that you feel confident talking about the prologue. So answer this key question. Why do you think Shakespeare reveals the ending of the play to the audience at the start? In your response, you should consider the theme of fate and how this links, the intended effect on the audience. So again, you can either answer this in your exercise books or on a Word document and upload it to class charts, or you can answer it in your class notebook on Teams underneath your table. I don't mind which, whatever you find easiest. Help here. How do you start? So there's a sentence starter for you, and what keywords and phrases could you use? And there's a list of keywords and phrases you could use within your writing. So pause the video to complete this task. Okay, finally, I want you to really understand Romeo and Juliet. I know it is difficult, so it's going to be really important that we're going back through our notes and recalling everything we've learned so far. So you need to read through your notes from the last two lessons in preparation for a 15-question quiz next lessons. That'll be tomorrow. Okay, you're going to be asked about loving Shakespearean times, key facts about the play, the key parts in the prologue, and character understanding. So good luck with this year 10, and I look forward to seeing your work.